Hi viewers, Salman back here. What a day it has been. Like I predicted last night, England has beaten West Indies quite easily. It was pretty much a one-sided game. And before I actually get started with this episode, please make sure you hit subscribe button, hit the bell icon, make sure you're updated. We're doing our best to grow our YouTube channel to make sure we can reach out to more people. So hit subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. I'll be right back with you. So welcome back. If you have hit the subscribe button, thank you. If not, then it won't take long, just 30 seconds. Having said that, England quite easily, very predictably beat West Indies. 212 is what West Indies folded out for. Like I talked about last night, that West Indies, the batting lineup they have is it's either going to explode or implode, and they imploded. 212 was definitely not a par total. It was below par, and just nobody fired. Nicholas Poon was the only guy that stood up and played a long hand. Other than that, nobody really stood up to the England team. And 35 overs is all it took England to take that score over. Having said that, the issue now we have here is England are in a very, very good spot. They and I'm going to share the basically the points table with you. As of today, let's go back. I will bring up my screen and let you take a look at what the points table is. So here we are. New Zealand, like I said, they're playing, I guess. Their next game is not for a while, but who's playing tomorrow? Well, it's South Africa versus Afghanistan. Even though they're bottom of the pile, but here's the problem. The problem right now is the next game, as you can see, will be South Africa. Tonight they're playing, well, morning in England, but South Africa's playing Afghanistan, and the other team will be Sri Lanka and Australia. I've already talked about Sri Lanka and Australia. If Sri Lanka loses the game, that doesn't make a huge difference. They stay where they are. But if Australia loses the game, it changes the equation quite a lot because Sri Lanka moves up. I don't see that happening, to be honest. Like I said last night, Sri Lanka doesn't have that quality to beat Australia unless they spring a big surprise, and it's game of cricket. Anything can happen. I am going to pull up the schedule, the next game, and if you can bear with me for 20 seconds, I will pull up exactly when. So South Africa, like I said, I think England took on. So South Africa takes India, takes Australia. South Africa's played the West Indies. That game was washed out, basically. As you can see, that's where the South Africa shared that point. India's played New Zealand. That's a washout again. England's beaten West Indies. Sri Lanka plays Australia next, and South Africa play the Afghanistan team. So, as I was saying, if South Africa wins, they will end up with 5 games, 3 points. Their net run rate would be better than Pakistan's. So guess what's going to happen? Pakistan will actually drop to 9th. Extremely bad situation for Pakistan to be in. They will drop to the 9th. Afghanistan will stay where they are. If the game's washed out, South Africa and Afghanistan, nothing changes to them. But if Afghanistan wins, again, South Africa goes to the bottom of the tables, and Afghanistan just basically they swap positions. That's what's going to happen. Now, most likely, South Africa will beat Afghanistan, and if that happens, South Africa will take over Pakistan's spot. They could even take over Bangladesh, and they could climb up to, I believe that's a seventh position. So now let's go to the next game. Sri Lanka versus Australia, like I talked about, it doesn't change much. If Sri Lanka wins, it does throw the table off by a bit, but if Australia wins, Australia will go on top of the table at this point. The game after that is the crucial one. I've already done a video on Pakistan, why Pakistan will lose to India. There's quite a few factors that I thought of, and if Pakistan loses to India, nothing changes in their position. They stay at the bottom of the pile, just above Afghanistan. But at this point, if Pakistan, pull up a miracle and beat India, that again changes the whole situation, because then Pakistan will pretty much be above Sri Lanka. So there's a lot of lot of factors here, a lot of stuff happening. The game to watch out for would be West Indies versus Bangladesh game. They're super close to each other at this point, and I think whoever wins that game goes up top of the pile. So a lot of interesting results coming up in the next few days. A lot of interesting games, lots to watch out for. Having said that, stay tuned, keep watching. Lucky and I will be back tomorrow. We'll bring you a special Pakistan and India big game tonight. It's actually again 12:20 a.m. in Brandon, Manitoba, where I am. So the games, all those games, South Africa versus Afghanistan, as well as Sri Lanka versus Australia, will start in the next 4 to 6 hours. But having said that, the game that to watch for is Pakistan versus India, which is tomorrow night, and that will be the big game of the tournament. But having said that, lots to still play for. The World Cup that started a little boring, 4 washouts in 19 games. We've seen more washouts in this World Cup than anywhere else, and I don't know. There's more rain expected at the World Cup, so there could be more washouts. Having said that, if anything, it's making the World Cup boring because of the lack of gameplay, but what it's doing is it's keeping the teams pretty tightly close to each other, as you can see, right from Sri Lanka, and there's not a major gap. I mean, from every team has a 1-point gap. A 2-game victory for Pakistan, Bangladesh, or West Indies can take them can see them take the top spot. So there's a lot to play for still in this World Cup. Having said that, keep watching our show. Lucky and I will be back tomorrow. We'll be covering Pakistan and India's show. We're hoping Yash will join us from ICN 360. And if that is the case, actually the show after that, we're going to be doing a special on West Indies versus Bangladesh, and we'll have Zahid joining us. He's from Bangladesh himself, so we'll get to see a fan's point of view on what he has to say. But keep watching, and we will talk to you again. Again, a great game today. England beating West Indies. No surprises whatsoever. If anything, it just strengthens England's position at the top, at sort of mid-top of the table. But semi-finalists are still not clear. There's so much to play for. I don't know which direction this World Cup is going to go. A lot of exciting games. Any team can spring a surprise. Still, the momentum is with some teams, but I've seen teams win big and lose the next game big. So I think it's just an unpredictable piece at this point. What I can predict, though, is South Africa beating beating Afghanistan today, and Australia taking care of Sri Lanka. That's for sure. Keep watching, keep subscribing, and we'll be back again tomorrow and talk to you then. Okay, bye.